Hello, and welcome to episode 209 of Rivers Arcade Review. My name is Ed. This channel is dedicated to the coin-operated video games of yesteryear. Today I'm doing a viewer request. Today's game was requested by the viewer Don McCullen, and the game they requested was Mortal Kombat 3. Mortal Kombat 3 was released in 1985 by Midway Games. My first time playing this game was at Haunted Trails Mini Golf and Arcade in Burbank, Illinois. Mortal Kombat 3 is a fighting game in which you control a fighter with an 8-way joystick and 6 buttons. One for high punch, one for low punch, one for high kick, one for low kick, one for block, and one to run. The run button, which is new, allows you to move 3 times faster than normal, although you only have about 1 second of run power before needing to recharge. There is a run meter showing how much run time you have left. The run meter will fully recharge in about 1 second once you release the run button. You have found yourself yet again in another ancient tournament in which Shao Kahn has taken over the Earth realm and has taken all the human souls. This game plays very similar to the previous games, although there are many new things. I will cover these changes as they come up. For the reviews of the previous 2 games, please check out my videos number 175 and 187. You have been chosen to represent Earth in Mortal Kombat. Be warned, although your souls are protected against Shao Kahn's evil, your lives are not. I cannot interfere any longer, as your Earth is ruled by the Outworld gods. These are the words of Raiden. For centuries, Earth has used Mortal Kombat to defend itself against the Outworld's Emperor, Shao Kahn. But Kahn becomes frustrated by failed attempts at taking Earth through tournament battle. He enacts a plan which began 10,000 years ago. During this time, Kahn had a queen. Her name was Sindel, and her young death was unexpected. Kahn's shadow priest, led by Shang Tsung, make it so Sindel's spirit would someday be reborn, not on the Outworld, but on the Earth realm itself. This unholy act gives Shao Kahn the power to step through the dimensional gates and reclaim his queen, thus enabling him to finally seize the Earth realm. Upon breaching the portal into Earth, Shao Kahn slowly transforms the planet into part of the Outworld itself. Kahn strips the Earth of all human life, claiming every soul as his own. But there are souls which Kahn cannot take. These souls belong to the warriors chosen to represent Earth in a new Mortal Kombat. The remaining humans are scattered throughout the planet. Shao Kahn sends an army of fierce outward warriors to find and eliminate them. After the first tournament, Sonya Blade turned up missing. Jax then embarked on a rescue mission into the Outworld. He found Sonya being held captive with her nemesis Kano. In freeing Sonya, Jax also frees Kano. Kano then uses the chance to escape arrest. Gameplay begins with the character select screen. There are now 14 different characters for you to choose from. The returning characters are Jax, Kung Lao, Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, and Shang Tsung. In addition, Sonya and Kano have returned to gameplay. In addition, there are 7 new characters to choose from. These characters are Cyrax, Cabal, Nightwolf, Sector, Shiva, Sindel, and Striker. Just like the earlier games, each of these characters has their own backstory. The backstories are as follows. The first character is Kano. Kano is thought to have been killed in the first tournament. Instead, he is found alive in the Outworld, where he once again escapes capture by Sonya. Before the actual world invasion, Kano convinces Shao Kahn to spare his soul. Kahn needs someone to teach his warriors how to use Earth weapons. Kano is the man to do it. Kano's special moves are the knife throw, the knife uppercut, the flying roll, the strangle grab, and air throw. The next character is Lieutenant Sonya Blade. Sonya disappeared after the first tournament, but was later rescued from the Outworld by Jax. After returning to Earth, she and Jax try to warn the U.S. government of the looming Outworld menace. Lacking proof, they watch hopelessly as Shao Kahn begins his invasion. Sonya's special weapons are the energy rings, the flying punch, the leg grab, and the bicycle kick. The next character is Major Jax Briggs. After failing to convince his superiors of the coming Outworld menace, Jax begins to covertly prepare for the future battle with Kahn's minions. He outfits both arms with indestructible bionic implants. This is a war Jax is prepared to win. Jax's special moves are the single and double missile, the gotcha grab, the back break, the slam, and the ground smash. The next character is Nightwolf. He works as a historian preserver of his people's culture. When Kahn's portal opens over North America, Nightwolf uses the magics of his shaman to protect his tribe's sacred land. This area becomes a vital threat to Kahn's occupation on Earth. Nightwolf's special moves are the arrow, the hatchet uppercut, the green shield, and the shadow attack. The next character is Sub-Zero. The ninja returns unmasked. He was betrayed by his own ninja clan, the Lin Kuei. He broke sacred codes of honor by leaving the clan and is marked for death, but unlike the ninjas of old, his pursuers come as machines. He must not only defend against the Outworld menace, but also elude the soulless assassins. Sub-Zero's special moves are the Ice Ball, the Ice Shower, the Ice Clone, and the Slide. The next character is Striker. When the Outworld portal opens over a large city in North America, panic and chaos rage out of control. Curtis Stryker was the leader of a riot control brigade when Shao Kahn began taking souls. He finds himself the lone survivor of a city once populated by millions. Stryker's special moves are the high and low grenade throw, the baton throw, and the baton trip. The next character is Sindel. She once ruled the Outworld at Shao Kahn's side as his queen. Now 10,000 years after her untimely death, she is reborn on Earth. Her evil intent is every match for Shao Kahn's tyranny. She is the key to his occupation on Earth. Sindel's special moves are the float, the fireball, the air fireball, and the scream. The next character is Sector. Sector is actually the code name for Unit LK-9T9. He is the first of 3 prototype cybernetic ninjas built by the Lin K. Sector was once a human assassin trained by the Lin K. He volunteered for automation because of his loyalty for the clan. Sector survives the Outworld invasion. He has no soul to take. Sector's special moves are the missile, the heat seeker missile, and the teleport punch. Unlike the previous characters in other games, since Sector is a cybernetic ninja, he won't bleed in the traditional way when punched. Instead, he bleeds oil. The next character is Cyrex. Cyrex is Unit LK-4D4, the second of 3 prototype cybernetic ninjas built by the Lin K. Like his counterpart, his last program command was to find and terminate Rogue Ninja Sub-Zero. Without a soul, Cyrex goes undetected by Shao Kahn and remains a possible threat against his occupation of Earth. Cyrex's special moves are throw and net, throwing close and far bombs, air throw, and teleport. Just like Sector, Cyrex bleeds oil. The next character is Cabal. As a chosen warrior, his identity is a mystery to all. It is believed that he is the survivor of an attack by Shao Kahn's extermination squads. As a result, he is viciously scarred and kept alive by artificial respirators and the rage for ending Shao Kahn's conquest. Cabal's special moves are the fireball, the gear slice, and the tornado spin. The next character is Shiva. She was handpicked by Shao Kahn to serve as Sindel's personal protector. She becomes suspicious of Shao Kahn's loyalty toward her race of Shao Kahn, who replaces Motaro as the leader of his extermination squads. On the Outworld, Motaro's race of Centurions are the natural enemy of the Shao Kahn. Shiva has 4 arms similar to Goro from the first game. Shiva's special moves are the fireball, the ground stomp, and the teleport stomp. Since she is inhuman, her blood is green as opposed to red. The next character is Shang Tsung. Shang is Shao Kahn's lead sorcerer. He once fell out of favor with his emperor after failing to win the Earth Realm through tournament battle, but the ever-scheming Shang Tsung is instrumental in Kahn's conquest of Earth. He has now been granted more power than ever. Shang Tsung's special moves are throwing 1, 2, or 3 fireballs as well as the fire eruption. He also has the ability to morph into any playable character and use their special moves. The next character is Liu Kang. After the Outworld invasion, Liu Kang finds himself the prime target of Kahn's extermination squads. He is the Shaolong champion and has thwarted Shan's schemes of the past. Of all the humans, Kang poses the greatest threat against Shao Kahn's rule. Liu Kang's special moves are the high and low fireballs, the flying kick, and a bicycle kick. The final fighter is Kung Lao. Kung Lao's plan to reform the White Lotus Society comes to a halt when Shao Kahn's invasion takes the Earth by storm. As a chosen warrior, Lao must use his greatest fighting skills to bring down Shao Kahn's reign of terror. Kung Lao's special moves are the hat throw, the diagonal kick, the teleport, and the whirl spin. Just like Mortal Kombat 2, this game has several characters that have been removed from the game. The characters that didn't make the cut are Johnny Cage, Reptile, Kitana, Melina, Baraka, Scorpion, and as I mentioned earlier, Raiden. Just like the first 2 games, there will be multiple stages for each battle. There are 11 different stages in all. The first stage is the bank, which takes place in an abandoned bank with marble walls and columns. The second is the rooftop, which takes place on the top of an abandoned building. The third is the balcony, which plays in something similar to Goro's lair. The fourth is the bridge, which takes place in a deserted city bridge. The fifth is the soul chamber, which takes place in a cave-like dwelling with a giant skull with green column of fire inside. The sixth is Shao Kahn's tower, which takes place inside of the tower with wooden floors and rails. The seventh is the temple, which is a marble temple with stained glass windows in the background. The eighth is the pit. This is similar to the pit stages of the first 2 games. The ninth is the subway, which takes place on the tracks of an abandoned subway with a track in the background. The 10th is the street, which takes place on an abandoned street with trash flying in the background. The final stage is the graveyard, which takes place in a graveyard with headstones bearing the name Gorsky, Forden, Vogel, Boone, Tobias, Baran, and Mikasik. These are the names of the design team. 4 of these names will be randomly placed on the tombstones. Each of these tombstones will have their day of birth, although they all have the same death date of 4/1/95, which was the day of release for version 1 of this game. Each of these stages will have different looks, although for the most part they will have no effect on the battles themselves, although just like previous games, there are stage fatalities. The stage fatalities are as follows. For Shao Kahn's tower, you will uppercut your opponent off the platform down through several floors before landing on a bed of spikes. For the Pit 3, you will uppercut your opponent off the bridge onto a series of rotating blades. And for the subway, you will uppercut your opponent onto a second track just before getting hit by a train. In addition to stage fatalities, there is something new. There are 3 stages that will allow you to uppercut your opponent through the ceiling of the current stage you are fighting on, up to the stage immediately above it. Uppercutting your opponent in the subway will knock your opponent into the street. Uppercutting your opponent in the bank will knock your opponent onto the rooftop, and uppercutting your opponent in the soul chamber will knock your opponent to the balcony. Once your opponent lands on their back, your character will jump up and the battle will continue. In addition to the fatalities, your character can do a babality which changes your opponent into a young version of themselves. In order to do a babality, you must enter a series of joystick moves as well as button combos, although you must not use the block button during the last round. The babalities are as follows. In addition, friendships have returned. Each character has a different friendship, although to successfully execute a friendship, you must also not use the block button on the final rounds, as well as enter a button and joystick combination. The friendships are as follows.
Shang Tsung. Jax wins. Kano wins. Cyrax wins. Sector. Kung Lao wins. Cabal wins.
That was fun!
Sub-Zero wins.
Something new for this game is Mercy. Offering Mercy will give your opponent a small amount of strength on their health meter. This gives your opponent a chance to continue the battle, although you can easily defeat them immediately with a single shot. Just like the other finishing moves, you must do a button and joystick combination, although you can only give Mercy after the 3rd round. Offering Mercy will allow you to do something new offered in this game, which is an animality. Doing an animality successfully will cause your character to change into an animal, which will attack your opponent. The animalities are as follows. In addition, the regular fatalities have returned. Just like Mortal Kombat 2, each character will have 2 different fatalities. The fatalities are as follows. Once you choose your character, you will now see the first biggest change. You'll first come upon the Choose Your Destiny screen. You will now have the option to choose between 3 different difficulties. These difficulties are Novice, Warrior, and Master. Each path will have a different number of battles before reaching the game bosses. The Novice path will have 8 total battles, the Warrior path will have 10 total battles, and Master will have 12 total battles. The number of battles includes the 2 boss battles. Once you choose your path, the battles will begin. Each battle consists of the best of 3 rounds just like the previous games. You'll once again have a life bar, and each hit will reduce your life bar. If your life bar depletes, your character will lose and fall down. If you beat your opponent 2 times, you will advance to the next opponent, although if you lose 2 battles, your game will end, although you can continue where you left off for an additional buy-in. If you choose not to continue, you'll get the game over screen along with a message to enter the Ultimate Combat code, and below it will be 10 boxes. Each box will have 10 different possible symbols. Each symbol represents a different numeral. The numerals for each symbol are as follows. The Mortal Kombat logo is a 0, the MK symbol is a 1, the Yin Yang symbol is a 2, the number 3 is a 3, the question mark is a 4, the lightning bolt is a 5, the Goro shadow is a 6, the Raiden picture is a 7, the Shao Kahn picture is an 8, and the skull is a 9. Pressing the punch, kick, and block buttons allows you to change the characters. For player 1, the high punch controls the first character, the low punch controls the second character, the block controls the third character, the low kick controls the fourth character, and the high kick controls the fifth character. Player 2 will control the last 5 characters with the same button combination. If you enter the code 10902222234, the game will cycle through all the screens 3 times before stopping on the bridge with the Choose Your Destiny wormhole in the background, and you will get the message, "From this point, I am at your control." At the same time, a new character will jump upward and land on the bridge. This character is Smoke, who was a secret character during Mortal Kombat 2, although there is a difference. Smoke, Unit LK7T2, is a 3rd prototype Cyber Ninja built by the Lin K. He tried to escape the automation process with Sub-Zero but was captured. His memories were stripped away, leaving behind an emotionless killer. However, Sub-Zero believes that within this machine is a human soul trying to escape. Smoke's special moves are the Harpoon Throw and Retrieval, the Teleport Punch, Invisibility, and the Air Throw. Smoke's finishing moves are as follows.
Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory. Smoke wins. Flawless victory. Friendship. Friendship? Again?
If you defeat all the regular characters, you'll find yourself facing the first of the game's bosses named Motaro. Motaro is a green-blooded Centaurian from the Outworld. This battle will take place on the balcony. His special moves include the ability to teleport, the ability to fire energy blasts from his tail, the ability to reflect incoming projectiles, as well as immense strength. Just like before, you must defeat him twice to advance, although, after beating him, there is no finishing move. Defeating Motaro will bring you to the overall boss, Shao Kahn. This battle will take place in the Pit 3. This is the same overall boss as Mortal Kombat 2. Just like Mortal Kombat 2, hitting Shao Kahn will only knock off between 5 and 10% of his life bar, whereas if you get hit by him, you will decrease between 15 and 20%. Knocking out Shao Kahn twice will cause him to scream, and the screams will alternate between the Pit 3 and a view from outside the Soul Chamber before getting the message that your character wins, Shao Kahn is no more. You are the Mortal Kombat 3 champion. After the message, you will get your character's ending story. Just like the previous 2 games, each character has their own ending story for beating the game. The ending stories are as follows. This game also offers a 2-player competitive mode. Just like before, each player has their choice of characters, and if both players choose the same character, the characters will wear different colored outfits. During the character select screen, the next combat zone will also be displayed at the bottom of the screen. Once both players make their selection, your characters will be displayed under the battle number. At the bottom of this screen will be 6 boxes like those you saw during the Ultimate Combat code. For player 1, the first box is controlled by the low punch, the second box is controlled by the block, and the third box is controlled by the low kick. For player 2, the same 3 buttons control the 4th, 5th, and 6th boxes. The same numbers correspond to those for the Ultimate Combat code. Entering specific codes cause different things to happen. By entering the following codes, the following things will happen. Entering 466466 will grant unlimited run. Code 688422 will cause dark combat, where you play in the dark until a player gets hit. Code 460460 will cause Ranper combat, which changes your characters at random. Code 985125 will cause Psycho combat, which is a combination of dark and Ranper combat. Code 020020 will disable blocks. Code 987123 will remove the life bars. Code 100100 disables throwing. Code 033000 will start player 1 at half power. Code 000033 will start player 2 at half power. Code 707000 will start player 1 at quarter power. And code 000707 will start player 2 at quarter power. Entering the following codes will allow the winner of the match to battle the following characters. Code 969141 allows the winner to battle Motaro. Code 033564 allows the winner to battle Shao Kahn. Code 205205 allows the winner to battle Smoke. And code 769342 allows the winner to battle Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat 2. These battles will only last for 1 round. Entering these codes will allow something different. Entering code 642468 will allow both players to play a Galaga-style game before the match. Entering code 987666 will get the message, hold flippers during casino run, although I don't know what this means. I wasn't a real fan of this game due to the complexity of the button and joystick combinations to pull off the special moves, although I won't condemn a game due to my lack of ability to play it. I like this game more than Mortal Kombat 2, but not as much as Seawolf, so Mortal Kombat 3 fights its way into the 184th position overall. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any games you'd like me to review, please leave a message below or on my homepage. Please remember to hit like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned to new videos on the first and third Sunday of the month.